We're going to be joined shortly by Ture Nycum. He is the Parks and Recreation Director from the town of Fruita, Colorado, where the citizens there have been putting on a Headless Chicken Festival for 9 years. Why a headless chicken? Let me read you from the website, MikeTheHeadlessChicken.org. Okay? The amazing true story of this famous fowl dates back to September of 1945. With a sharp axe in hand, Mr. Olson firmly held Mike, preparing to make the bird ready for his wife Clara's cooking pot. Mr. Olson swung the implement, thereby lopping off poor Mike's head. Mike shook off the event, then continued trying to peck for food. Mike's will to live remains an inspiration because he went for about 6 months without a head. It's a great comfort to know you can live a normal life even after you have lost your mind. That's from Mike the Headless Chicken.
And so for people who weren't with us yesterday, I brought up the story of Mike, and nobody here believed me. And when I said there was a festival every year to celebrate Mike and that he lived that long, and all you guys looked at me like I had 2 heads
instead of none. Yeah. Let's bring in Ture Nycum, the Parks and Rec Director in Fruita. Ture, thanks for joining us, I guess. Wait, who you got with you there?
Oh, I have Angie Balaguer. She's our special events supervisor, and then of course we brought Mike along today.
So Mike is still alive. That's nice to know. Ture, how many people come? How many people come to this festival every year?
Okay, we get 4,000 people, I'd say, during the weekend, and then it's an international thing. We've been interviewed by the London Times, radio stations all over the country. It's crazy. We have 19,000 followers on our Facebook page. It's fun. And we have a great time with it.
And what are some of the
by
things?
the way, before you ask your next question, I am one of those people that's been to the festival.
Have you?
So yeah, I've gone up there. Fruita is a great place. I mean, Fruita is. I told you yesterday, I'm the only person that knows they should change their nickname to the high school, Fruita de Looms, and they won't do it, but I'm going to keep trying.
Ture, what goes on at the Headless Chicken Festival?
Fried chicken, idiot.
Angie answered that. We do all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, we do a lot of different fun contests. We do a peep eating contest and a wing eating contest. We have a huge poultry show where we play some poop bingo. We have chicken calling contests. We have live music. We do all kinds of fun things, just kind of geared towards Mike's will to live and just kind of celebrating Fruita.
Do you think, you were talking about all the people who've defended you and written about you, but does Fruita ever get roasted for this?
Oh, bad.
No, we don't get roasted for this.
Well, I mean, by animal rights people or PETA or any of those places that have
what PETA stands for.
PETA, yeah.
Yeah, people eating tasty animals.
We haven't had any of those sorts of groups come after us or talk to us about it, and I think it's because we're not celebrating a headless chicken that died. We're celebrating his will to live and life and just having a good time in life.
I had someone after the show ask me yesterday, I don't know where Fruita is. Tell everybody where Fruita is and how to get there and where they can stay during the festival, or is it a daytime kind of deal, or
It's a Friday, Saturday festival, and we're right on I-70, so head on I-70 due west, and we're about 18 miles from the Utah border, just past Grand Junction.
Yeah, I told people you go west on I-70 and you can't miss it. You're well known, though. I mean, that area is well known for other things other than headless chickens or headless horsemen. What else is it known for?
Actually, we're probably more well-known and world-renowned, actually, for our mountain biking. We have some of the best trails in the world here. And actually, this weekend is the Fruita Fat Tire Festival. And we bring in thousands of people from all over the world just for that festival.
Well, also, from all my years covering sports here, you have some pretty good high school basketball teams there, don't you?
Well, not only, our mayor who played on the state championship team back in, I think, the 80s. And then this year, our baseball team is, I think, 18-0 right now. They're undefeated in 5A.
Does the chicken ever talk, though? I mean, the chicken.
You have to kind of have a head to talk, don't you?
I lost its head.
I don't know. Are there any theories of how Mike was able to survive so long?
Well, he was fed with an eyedropper and ground mash, so that they kept him alive with the eyedropper, and they just took care of him. And Lloyd Olson, the farmer, actually took him around on the sideshow circuit and made some money. And I think he made enough money to buy a truck.
Ture,
And-
I'm having trouble believing this. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, is this an urban myth, or did the chicken really survive for 6 months?
It was actually 18 months.
18,
Yeah,
a year and a half.
Yesterday.
A year and a half, and it was in 1945 to 1946, and
it was because
Yeah.
the cut that he made with his axe was just perfect enough that his spinal cord still remained intact, and he still had an ear. So of course he lived.
So he couldn't talk, but he could hear, is what you're saying.
And all he was missing was his lips, chicken lips, you know that. I was born the same year that Mike died, but when you say, is this a myth or anything, Mike would have lasted for another year and a half, but they had him for Sunday dinner, and you go, why would you do that? And they go, well, a chicken that good, you wouldn't have eaten him before this. But Mike didn't die. Mike was kind of brought to an end.
Could he fly?
That's my myth.
Could he fly without the head?
chickens really don't fly. I don't think they fly. But no, he just kind of walked around, did his thing.
And he gained like 6 pounds. He was actually a really plump chicken by the end of his life.
Well, what were they dropping down his neck with that dropper? Like chicken lard? What were they?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is weird.
You know what happened though?
It's just weird.
Well, what? See, do you now
So
believe?
I do believe it, but I have one more weird question for you guys. At the festival, this is how my mind works.
He's talking about a headless chicken. He said, "I have a weird question."
Do you ever have anybody visiting the festival from out of town? Maybe he's taken advantage of some of the more recent past Colorado laws, smoked a doobie or something, and they think that because this is a headless chicken festival, they actually like try to cut the heads off chickens during the festival. Do you allow that?
No, that's never happened. So, and we hope it doesn't happen. So no.
Okay.
And just in case you want to know, the festival is coming up. It's May 15th and 16th this year.
And we have a really amazing theme. We theme it differently every year. And this year it's Mike Goes Back to the Fruiter.
I like it. I like it.
Because you have a website for the town and stuff, how can people find out more information about the festival coming up and see the photos and stuff of what you're doing?
Yeah, they just need to go to MikeTheHeadlessChicken.org. Everything is on there, the schedule of events, the history. They can even buy shirts and water bottles and anything with the Mike logo on it, so they can take a piece of Mike with them.
What is that music? Is that your festival music?
This isn't ours. We actually get all sorts of craziness, and people from around the country do these weird things, and these are on our website that people have just given us and say, hey, have fun with it.
And there's a guy doing the chicken. You know, I thank you guys.
The funky chicken.
Yesterday when I brought this up on the show, these people were going to have me committed, and I appreciate that you brought the truth and the reality to this show and to come on with us. And special thanks to the chicken. Hope you don't lose your head.
Thanks, guys.
And I'm glad we were here, and I'm glad we were able to clear up that he's not named Rudy, and he didn't go to Notre Dame. His name's Mike. So, MikeTheHeadlessChicken.org.
Great.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Right. Ture Nycum is the Parks and Rec director from the town of Fruita. And the Chicken Festival, the Headless Chicken Festival.
And the Delooms. Don't forget the Fruita Delooms.